Good morning. It's Monday, May 9th, 2022, and I'm back with another Twin Flame reading. I'm Brittany. I'm a psychic and a healer. I also happen to be a Syrian and an Andromeda starseed, an INTJ, a Gryffindor, a Taurus Sun, Virgo rising, and an Aquarius moon. So let's jump straight into the reading. So remember, I used for divine feminine, I use she, and divine masculine, he. So if you use different pronouns, then please just insert different pronouns while you listen to this reading. So yeah, the deck I used for divine feminine is the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson. The artwork is by Elizabeth Cheever and Cheever Guessman. So yeah, the first card out for divine feminine, and I shuffled off screen. Will be White Buffalo Calf Woman. So what I see for Divine Feminine is that she's going through this heart chakra activation, but it's not lower heart, it's higher heart. Because Divine Feminine is holding on to some energy, hostile energy, and I feel like this is collectively. So I feel like that it's, even if you've done the work Divine Feminine, I think you're going to purge any and all repressed emotions you have toward the Divine Masculine. Because I feel like Divine Feminine, even though they say they're in a state of unconditional love, I feel like that, yeah, they still have some emotions. So I feel like that Divine Feminine might be crying. I feel like that maybe she could be, yeah, she's frustrated, she's upset, she's understandably hysterical, and I feel like the Divine Feminine has been actually pushing aside her emotions because she feels as though there's no point actually vocalizing them. But there is a point to vocalizing them, Divine Feminine, because this is exactly how you got sick the first time. Because I feel like Divine Feminine has actually been struggling with some sort of illness, and I feel like this illness, it doesn't have to be for all Divine Feminines. Maybe Divine Feminine is actually, doesn't have to be an illness. It could be like that. Maybe you could be having some recurring medical problems, and I feel like Divine Feminine is just like saying, yeah, I said, what's the point in crying it out? Divine Masculine's not going to listen. What's the point? What's the point of actually repressing it, Divine Feminine? If you're not going to listen, I mean, you have to listen to yourself. Forget about Divine Masculine. Again, the focus is on you, always on you. And I also see that there's crown chakra activations going on. So Divine Feminine's consciousness is expanding. I feel like she's realizing that she's still an ego. So I feel like Divine Feminine is now, I feel like Divine Feminine is now listening to her inner wisdom. She's realizing that I've been acting so-and-so this way, and I realize now that I still have a lot to clear. Maybe I thought I didn't. And I feel like Divine Feminine may feel like people are distant, cold, and maybe in the past she was like thinking, trying to preserve these connections. But I see now Divine Feminine is like just gonna let these flow. It is what it is, and she's not gonna worry about what other people do because it's not a reflection on her; it's a reflection on them. And Divine Feminine is no longer going to like people please. And I feel like Divine Feminine was people pleasing for a while because well, she didn't want to hurt anyone, and now she's realizing that she is no different from Divine Masculine, so I feel like she actually nipped that in the bud. So Divine Feminine is now going to vocalize her displeasure. She's no longer going to squish it for fear of confrontation. Divine Feminine is like, you know what, I am who I am, and I'm not going to silence my voice for anyone. So the next card is Cashapp, the Mother of Believers. So I feel like Divine Feminine is now putting faith in the Divine. She has surrendered control of this connection. She is realizing now that the Divine is in control of this, not her. And she's trying to be controlled because Divine Feminine, I feel like it's actually still purchasing some distorted masculine templates. I feel like the Divine Feminine at the moment just feels lost in the process, and she feels the need to control because she doesn't exactly trust 100%. She's still learning how to trust the Divine. But I feel like, again, because she's doing the right thing, the Divine is rewarding her. So I feel like the Divine Feminine, that your abundance is going to skyrocket. So you may be actually wondering, I don't have enough money, but money's going to come to you like that, Divine Feminine. And I feel like that if you're like being held back by some sort of restrictions, then those restrictions are going to lift. Because, again, you're doing good, so the Divine is going to give you good. And I also see that root chakra activations is going on. So Divine Feminine is more grounded. I feel like that she's also grounding herself as a precaution because she doesn't want to overthink and be in anxiety and tense up. She just wants to live a stress-free life. So I feel like, again, divine feminine is honoring her emotions. She's realizing now that she was very much making herself miserable, and she's not exactly letting divine masculine get off scot-free, but she's realizing her part in this. So I feel like, again, divine feminine is like, yeah, she's back in that state of unconditional love. I see higher heart chakra, and the higher heart chakra is helping divine feminine even be in a even higher state of unconditional love. So I feel like divine feminine, yeah, she's still learning how to love herself. I'm not going to say 100% she loves herself. She likes herself that much. But I feel like, again, she's just learning what exactly does love yourself mean. It's a definition. But the definition, she's not going to let other people say that she doesn't love herself. Because, again, only divine feminine can tell that. Because, again, divine feminine has been through a lot. And I do feel as though divine feminine is becoming more compassionate. She's becoming more empathetic. I feel like that maybe she felt disconnected from her intuition and her emotions. And now she's, yeah. The next card is Inanna, the queen of heaven and earth. So I also see that divine feminine is actually, yeah, when I see for her is that, yeah, she's honoring her emotions, she's doing some shadow work, yeah, inner child trauma. And this inner child trauma, I feel like, again, she's going through it because, again, I feel like divine feminine is being told to let go of control. It's not going to be like a one-time fits-all divine feminine. I feel like that some of you guys are like thinking, oh, I already learned to let go. I feel like, again, you have barely scratched the surface. And this is very much the divine is saying, child, be teachable. Know that you don't know everything. In fact, the art of not knowing nothing is where you learn detachment. So I feel like, again, divine feminine, if your ego says you know best, just know that the divine knows best. And again, you just have to trust the journey. You have to, again, just stay in flow state and keep in your own lane. Because, again, don't lower your vibration for anyone. Because I feel like that, again, I feel like divine feminine is actually feeling really triggered right now. And I feel like this triggered energy is very much, again, the remnants of her hostility toward divine masculine. Even if you're getting along with divine masculine, I feel like, again, if you have this hostile energy, just honor it. Again, don't repress it because things are going good, because it's not going to bite you back in the ass, divine feminine. Again, you worked too hard to get where you are now, and again, you know from experience that bottling up your emotions is costly. And the next card is Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. So I feel like Diana is / Artemis is around the divine feminine right now. She's teaching them to be more independent. Divine feminine is breaking free of any codependent templates that is causing her to be disempowered. Because I feel like divine feminine is one moment in divine feminine energy, the next in karmic feminine energy. And I do see that she's struggling to be in divine feminine energy because, again, of this overthinking and this I feel like Mercury retrograde is not exactly helping things either. So I do see, again, divine feminine, just ground yourself and know that everything will be okay. Everything will be alright. You are a child of the divine. You're protected. Just know this. And I also see that there's a bow. So just trust in your arrow, divine feminine. You hold the bow and you can shoot the arrow however. And remember that you can shoot the arrow however you choose. You will always hit bullseye. Do not evaluate your progress from what you hit. And know that you always will be right on target. And I also see that the moon, so I feel like, again, divine feminine, you could be actually having your menstrual cycle right now. It doesn't have to be. I feel like, again, there's a lot of over emotionality, and I feel like divine feminine just feels really fragile, like she's gonna break. And again, divine feminine, these are very intense energies, so just honor them. And I do feel, again, like, yeah, I feel like some divine feminines are like trying to busy themselves, believing that I feel like they mistake that as detachment, but again, divine feminine, just know that, again, these energies are not to be messed with. I feel like, again, they're very intense for all of us. And there's a lot being purged. A lot is being brought to the surface. A lot of truths are being shown to you, divine feminine. And don't exactly ignore the truth in favor of a lie. Don't let the lie make you comfortable. Know that the truth will set you free, even if it brings you chaos. And the next one is Sappho, the poetess. So I feel like divine feminine at the moment is actually, I feel like she's actually articulating her emotions. She's channeling them into either writing. It could be she could be painting, drawing, sculpting. Any way she expresses herself, divine feminine is doing it. And I feel like the divine feminine is actually learning, listen to the melody of the heart. I feel like the divine feminine, yeah, some of you could be singing. I feel like again, divine feminine just needs to express herself right now because a lot of these energies are just like intense. So yeah, I'm just hearing intense, intense, intense. Just like control, trust the journey, all of that. And I also see that there's a harp here. So I feel like again, divine feminine, just trust, yeah, just trust in the power of your own wings. Know that the divine would always have your back, regardless. And it's okay to just take a leap of faith. You don't have to know all the answers right away. In fact, I would say what's life without a little bit of risk. And the next one is, yeah, I also see throat chakra activations going on. So divine feminine is also learning how to speak her truth. Yeah, she may sound a little bit harsh. She may be a little bit scared about it because she doesn't want to offend people. But the people get affronted by what you say, divine feminine, those are not your people. Again, if they try to tear you down again, those are not your people. You can't exactly control everybody's perceptions of you, but you can control your perception of yourself. And honestly, the sooner you learn that, the more likely you are to actually have peace. And I think that's what we want in the end. We all want peace. We just want to, yeah, be heard, understood. We don't exactly want this trauma, do we? And the next card is Catherine Labari, the Patroness of Miraculous Healing. So I feel like Divine Feminine is going through some DNA activations right now. And I feel like, again, her healing abilities are coming up to the surface. She's learning that she can either heal with either Reiki, light language, other healing modalities, or even with the words. Because she could even be a therapist as well, / counselor. But I feel like, again, Divine Feminine is realizing how potent her healing is. Because, again, Divine Feminine doesn't exactly need to be the most successful healer out there. She could just listen to someone because she's an empath and just, again, lift someone's day. Uplift someone's vibrations. She could just make someone's day. And I feel like Divine Feminine is spreading her light right now. She's more focused on her mission. She's not going to let any drama hold her back anymore. Because again, Divine Feminine has come way too far and she knows her worth. So I also see that, Divine Feminine is also receiving, I feel like, guidance about what to do next. So I feel like that maybe she has a question right now, and this question is like probably about her abundance. It could also be about her future. It could be about love. And I also see that Divine Feminine has actually manifested a soulmate. I feel like the majority of you have actually detached from the Divine Masculine, therefore actually allowing a soulmate to come in. I feel like that maybe in the past you were dating around, hoping to find a soulmate, but I think you learned to detach and that soulmate came to you naturally. So you're no longer chasing for love, Divine Feminine, and kudos to you. And the last card is Pope Joan, the Potentate of Possibilities. So Divine Feminine, you're realizing that you're the creator of your own reality. You know this, yes, but you are becoming more and more surprised about how this is true and how exactly you have to be consistent to your beliefs. So I feel like Divine Feminine's belief systems are shifting. She's realizing that she can't exactly logic and emotions have to work together. She can't exactly favor one over the other. So I feel like Divine Feminine is also balancing her energies. So she's learning how to lead with a just heart and a compassionate mindset. She's no longer letting her biases cloud her judgment. And I feel like, again, all this inner child healing is helping Divine Feminine just be, more freer than she's ever been before. So that is it for Divine Feminine. And the deck you can be using for Divine Masculine is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake. The artwork is by Elizabeth Alba. And please pardon the background noise. I'm actually at my place right now, so this is probably the quietest place I can find. So let's see what's going on with Divine Masculine. So yeah, the first card out for Divine Masculine will be Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like Divine Masculine is still worried about his abundance. He's trying to, I feel that he wants a new beginning. He may feel the need to actually relocate or just, get a new job. It doesn't have to be, because I feel like Divine Masculine is more worried about money. He's worried about his financial future. So I feel like that he could be in cryptocurrency. He could be in cryptocurrency or he could be banking, but something is very successful. This man is very driven and determined to actually secure a financial future. And I also see that maybe he could be paying off some debts, some loans. I feel like that Divine Masculine right now is doing very well. And I also see that there's heart chakra activations going on. So I feel like Divine Masculine may seem cold and heartless right now, but I feel like he's getting in touch with his emotions. I feel like that he's actually seeing you in a different light, Divine Feminine. And he does see that you're very successful, and he does see that you are still the one for him. You are very much the diamond in his collection of rocks. And the karmic is just a rock. And I feel like, again, you may be wondering, why the karmic? Why exactly? She's plain, she's ordinary. And again, it's just a contract, Divine Feminine. It has nothing to do with how there's no competition between both of you. You got karmic and you are two sides of the same coin. The karmic embodies your shadow self. And Divine Masculine just has to learn some lessons. He's not ready, so that's why he's still with the karmic. If he was ready, he'll be with you. And I feel like, again, it's just like this is a spiritual journey. We're both learning at the same time, so I think that, I feel like Divine Masculine is also, I feel like he might want to get an animal of some sorts. He could get a cat. I feel like he's trying to get a cat at the moment, because I feel like he could actually have a lot of entities that attach it, and the Divine just wants him to purge. He may not actually believe in spirituality, but I feel like, again, Divine Masculine needs some protection nonetheless. And what I also see is that root chakra activations going on, so Divine Masculine is also grounding. He's also being more practical. He might not exactly see why his practicality is changing, but he's seeing that he has to see things from a different sort of angle. And I feel like Divine Masculine is actually making it all about money, because he doesn't want to exactly change his perception about his self-worth in other areas. He feels as that this is very much what he's good at. So I feel like, again, that even though he's doing really good, I feel like he's being really reckless. He's making a lot of decisions. He's a lot less affluent. He's a lot less affluent. And this affluent money, the next one is the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like, again, the karmic is still like enjoying the reaping the benefits of what the Divine Masculine is bringing home. But I feel like, again, she still wants more. I feel like she's still threatened by the Divine Feminine and wants the Divine Feminine out of the way. I feel like that maybe she's actually tried to use... I feel like maybe she actually tried to blackmail her, threaten her. I feel like it's in her energy right now. She really wants to say something to Divine Feminine. I feel like right now it's like karmic is very agitated. She feels insecure. I feel like she's trying to save this relationship, but I feel like they're arguing right now. But I feel like, again, she may be putting money in to actually put black magic onto the Divine Feminine, because she just wants to break the Divine Feminine spirit at the moment. She's mean-spirited, childish, and immature. And I do see that Divine Feminine, this woman may have actually trapped your Divine Masculine in a commitment that is, Divine Masculine may be thinking about actually, solidifying this commitment, but I feel like, again, Divine Masculine is being told, no, don't do it. And it says right now that some Divine Masculines have chosen a different path, but that's not exactly what I'm getting. I'm getting that, that right now, Divine Masculine is either choosing to repeat or evolve. And I feel like a lot of them are just scared. They're scared. They're listening to their ego. And I feel like, again, this karmic doesn't challenge them at all. The karmic's being forced to let go of the Divine Masculine. But I feel like that's why she doesn't want to, which is why she's using the black magic or blackmail. She's trying to keep him from going to Divine Feminine. But I feel like Divine Masculine is not exactly trying to go to Divine Feminine right now anyway. I feel like that he has a lot of reservations, so that the karmic is actually fighting for nothing. Again, Divine Masculine is not going to move toward Divine Feminine at the moment. He wants to, yes, but he doesn't exactly see the point. Two of Cups, yes, he wants this reconciliation, but he feels like it's going to be too much work. He feels like the karmic is like, a safer option. Divine Feminine, he holds great love for her, but he feels like that maybe she's a little bit too realistic. She doesn't see exactly his struggles. She doesn't see what choices he's made. But I feel like Divine Feminine is just seeing the thing clearly. Divine Masculine is just making excuses at this point. He doesn't want to change. Because he doesn't want to change. He's afraid. He's not afraid to. He's ready to go toward Divine Feminine. And I feel like again, he may be seeing Divine Feminine as dating. She's actually seeing other men, and I feel like he's jealous. I don't think he's jealous. I feel like that he's actually very downcast. He's depressed. He's wondering why Divine Feminine is moving on. I feel like he's martyring himself and thinking, why couldn't you wait? And I feel like, again, but he's like saying, I can't be in this situation. So I feel like one moment he wants to go to Divine Feminine, and next he doesn't. So he doesn't exactly know what to make up. He refuses to make his mind up with this bad situation. He feels like if he doesn't do anything, the Divine Feminine will get the message and just move on. But I don't exactly think Divine Masculine is seeing it in the correct light. It's not exactly about whether Divine Feminine will move on. It's about whether he will move on. Because the more he tries to be in a situation where what no longer serves him, the more he'll stagnate, and the harder it will be for him to break free. And I feel like, again, that this situation is going to come to an end naturally. So I feel like, again, Divine Masculine, he can try to preserve the foundation with the karmic all he wants, but it's going to fall down no matter what he does. Because, again, that's not exactly self-fulfilling for him. And the next one is the Star. So I feel like he sees Divine Feminine as incredibly psychic. He sees her as very ethereal and very much opinionated, very much ahead of her time. But he feels as though she's a little bit unrealistic because he feels like she's out of touch with reality, and she doesn't know exactly. She's too sheltered, and she doesn't exactly know what it is to suffer and like to live reality. I feel like, again, these two are like night and day, but they complement each other as a true love connection. And what I see is that there's throat chakra activations, but I feel like Divine Masculine is being called to be more authentic anyway. He's being called to reevaluate the situation in the karmic, because, again, this is not I feel like, again, part of his black magic, the other part is ego. So if the black magic part doesn't exactly resonate with you, then just disregard it. Because I feel like, again, Divine Masculine is being prideful either way. He doesn't want to admit that he's in the wrong. And I feel like, again, his spirit guide should tell him, don't go down this path, go down this path. I feel like, yeah, even if there's children involved, I feel like that they're not going to be happy. I feel like even the karmic's not happy, but she doesn't want to let go of the Divine Masculine, because, again, she doesn't want Divine Feminine to prosper and actually be happiness. So I feel like, again, this situation is actually falling apart naturally. And I do see, the Divine is like saying, I feel like, again, the karma's biggest lesson is to let go and realize that she can't exactly force love. None of the Divine Masculine feels any love. And the Divine Masculine feels responsible for staying around because there's could be a child involved, or finances, something that has to do with social status. And I also see that but he feels like Divine Feminine is still the one for him. Ten of Pentacles. He sees that Divine Feminine, I feel like he's seeing that Divine Feminine is moving on, and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the fact that Divine Feminine can just move on so easily, because he can't move on. No matter what he's done, I feel like he's jealous of Divine Feminine, because it seems like Divine Feminine is genuinely happy with the soulmate, and I feel like he's like thinking, wow, why can't I be happy with the karmic? And I feel like he's trying to fake it. I feel like there's like some competition going on, and this competition for Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, I feel like, again, he wants to show that Divine Feminine that he too can just be as happy. I feel like some part of him is like, he's seething right now because he feels like he's very unhappy. And I feel like he's trying to put her down right now because, again, he just feels in a very bad place anyway. And he got the money, but he doesn't have the love. And I feel like he's wondering what the hell is wrong with him because, again, he's worked so hard. He should get things right. And I feel like Divine Masculine is weighing his ego against his accomplishments. And, again, Divine Masculine has to love himself. He has to realize that not everything is a competition. Not everything can be gained through being successful. He has to realize that things can be gained through failure as well, through loss, through there's all sorts of lessons, but the Divine Masculine is trying to control this test of his, and he's failing miserably. I also see that yeah, he wants to make it seem like he's a happy home life, but he's very unhappy. And the next card is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel like again there's like a lot of discord and disharmony in the home environment right now. I feel like Divine Masculine might not even be talking to the karmic. I feel like that she might actually be trying to manipulate him sexually, and then they do have sex is very robotic. I don't think there's any love in this situation. And I feel like Divine Masculine wants to actually I feel that he could be in a player energy right now. I feel like he may be betting other women, but he's still fantasizing about Divine Feminine. I feel that he wants a future with Divine Feminine, but I feel like again he thinks that she doesn't want it anymore because she's moved on, but I feel like that also at the same time that she doesn't really want it because she doesn't really love him. And I feel like he's just convinced that Divine Feminine's love for him is not authentic and that she wants him the same way the karmic does. So I feel like again Divine Masculine has to stop listening to his ego and accept his intuitions, which says that Divine Feminine loves him for who he is. But Divine Masculine wants to live in that high life. Divine Masculine wants to live in that high shallow lifestyle. That's why he's so unhappy, because he's not being true to himself. And the third to last card is the Hierophant. So he's being divinely guided to go toward Divine Feminine anyway, because again, I feel like again the karmic is trying to lead him astray. The karmic wants to actually get remove Divine Feminine and say, yeah, I feel like she's threatened by this connection, and I feel like that maybe she could be going to psychics. And I feel like one of the psychics has told her, oh, they're not going to actually she's not going to give up on the Divine Masculine. They're twin flames. There's no way in breaking this connection, but I think the karmic's going to try anyway. Because again, the karmic is very threatened. She knows that her she knows that her situation is, this is the karmic trying to hold on to what she perceives as rightfully hers. And I feel like that again, she is so wrapped up in her own pain that she doesn't see that Divine Feminine is also wrapped up in her own pain, and that they're just being that. I don't think that the karmic truly hates the Divine Feminine. I feel like that she thinks she does, but I feel like that both of them are lashing out at the moment. And Divine Feminine is actually transmuting. I feel like the karmic is like lashing out because again, she just is trying to protect what she feels is hers. But I know that, she wants love, yes, the karmic, but I feel like, again, the karmic's going to see that her decisions have been wrong and that she cannot force someone to love. Maybe she actually got pregnant on purpose to keep the Divine Masculine, hoping that will have the Divine Masculine magically love her. But I think she's going to learn the hard way from this connection that she has to love herself. She can't exactly, if love is not there, then it's never going to flourish. What's real she won't have to chase. So the second to last card is the Moon. So I feel like Divine Masculine is very he's not getting any sleep at the moment. He's not I feel like that if he does get sleep, it's barely any. So I feel like he's very tired right now. He's very lethargic. I feel like he's very depressed right now. He's definitely in the dark down in his soul. And I feel like he might be having nightmares. And I feel like these nightmares are actually past life visions of him in Divine Feminine. And I feel like, again, he's actually going through a spiritual awakening as well. And I feel like that's why he's distant from the karmic. And I feel like he's also distant because he's getting a lot of downloads and a lot of a shift in perception. And I feel like Divine Masculine doesn't know what to make of it. He feels like, again, that there's nothing, that his life is set, that there's no point in actually trying to find another option because, again, it is what it is. And the last one is the Eight of Cups. So I feel like that right now Divine Masculine is going to try to walk away from Divine Feminine again because, again, he feels like if he keeps on trying, like if practice makes perfect, then he will get over Divine Feminine. But I feel like, again, Divine Masculine is going to be more and more miserable. And I feel like, there's a lot of cats here. So I feel like, again, there could be a cat around Divine Masculine. And I feel like this cat is actually, trying to remove the black magic off Divine Masculine anyhow. Because, again, Divine Masculine is being shown by the spirit guides that this is the wrong path. He has to go on into the right path. But I feel like, again, that is what I'm getting for Divine Masculine. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you another time. Namaste.